Hey, what's up? The Brew Dude is back, here with another beer. Today we have Estrella Jalisco. I'm sure you've seen it. It's everywhere right now. Everybody's drinking it. You really started really seeing it a lot more often, a lot more promotions, a lot more billboards. You're seeing them up besides the buildings. People are posting them everywhere, drinking them. It's starting to take over. So if you haven't got yourself into some Estrella Jalisco, I would. It's 4.5% alcohol by volume. I've had it several times. I did a couple of video reviews, so this is kind of like a revisit just to see if my taste buds have changed or whatever the case is. Talks about Guadalajara desde 1910, importada de Mexico, so it's imported from Mexico. It's 4.5% alcohol by volume. Estrella Jalisco, nice little nice little bottle, nice little graphics, simple, straight to the point. Let's just jump in it. It's clear, a little golden honey. A little golden honey. It's light. It's a Mexican lager. You can add lime to this. You can add salt to this. I've had it before, like I said, and this is definitely one of those that you can add these stiffs. It's a clear bottle. And going back to the clear bottles and skunking and everything, I think it's part of the trend, not the trend, but part of the style. Put it in a clear bottle, letting the sun kind of age it a little bit, give it a little different flavor so that it has that key aroma. Because when you smell all these Mexican lagers, and it's like they have this citrus aroma, a little bit skunky, and they all have that very similar taste. There's different flavors and characteristics, but they're overall the same. Let's pour it in a nice little chalice. I have another chalice. It's Common Space. If you haven't been to Common Space, you've heard me talk about it. It's out here in Hawthorne, California. Really good brewery. I have some beers coming up that I'm going to be reviewing of them. But back to this Estrella Jalisco, we need to give this the 100% of our attention. A lot of carbonation. You saw that. Look at that head on that. It's definitely off-white. Not super white. Not bone. Maybe bone. Bleached bone color. It's holding itself pretty good. Now, Estrella Jalisco, once again, it is a Mexican light lager. Well, Mexican lager, not necessarily a light lager, it's just a lager. But to me, pretty much all lagers, unless you're kicking up that ABV high, making a little bit different lager, they're all pretty light. Especially if you're used to drinking different styles, whether it's the dark beers, the imperial stouts or porters, even ambers, you're going to consider these a little lighter, which is why they get a lot of hate. But at the end of the day, it's not necessarily about you drinking it, but it's about who you're drinking with, where you're at, how you're hanging out, and doing it safely. So back to it, very ice cold. You can see it. It's very hard to tell. Definitely ice cold. Bubbles are raising from the bottom to the top. You did see a large head when I first poured it. It's very low now, and that's probably from the contrast of the temperature of the glass and the temperature of the beer. See-through, a lot of light goes through. You can see me right through there. Looks beautiful, looks great, looks delicious. Now the main thing is tasting this sucker, so let's go for it. This one has a bite. A lot of carbonation. As soon as it hits the tongue, it like grabs it, it bites it. You don't get a lot of flavor at the beginning because you're battling this carbonation, but about mid-range, you're starting to get a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of bitterness. Really light bitterness. We're talking about more than what you would taste on a super light beer, right? So just a little bit more, just to know that, hey, there is a little bit of carbonation, almost like a biting into the rind of a lime or something, right? You're not getting necessarily like a IPA. You're never going to get that, at least not with this beer. But just a slight bite with grain. Definitely get a lot of grain. Not a little bit of sweetness, like I said, and a little bit of citrusness. It almost kind of reminds me of, what did I just recently do? I forgot the beer that I just recently did. Not the Famosa. It was the one right before that. I forgot what it was, but anyway, it kind of it's just very light, low flavor. It's not high in flavor. You're not tasting a lot of the grain. You're tasting just a slight watered down grain. A slight little bitterness with a little bit of citrus notes. Crisp, it bites the tongue, easy to drink. Except if you're trying to chug, it's probably going to give you a lot of carbonation. Other than that, it's easy. Definitely something that you're going to be eating, like I said before, and I'll say it again, with like maybe seafood or something very spicy or something very greasy, and this is going to help counterbalance that. You can add it to a chelada or add clamato just straight in here. Add some hot sauce. Add a little bit, some lime, squeeze them in there and throw the whole rind in there. Add some clamato in there and you're all good. Or just drink it straight up like this with a lot of your good friends. Do it safely though, okay? Estrella Jalisco. Here it is. Here it is. Easy to drink, 4.5% alcohol by volume. It's okay. It's not something that I'm just going to be buying all the time. I'll stick to my Familiar. I'll stick to maybe the original Corona. I like the flavor a little bit more, or you know, even the Famosa to me. This is definitely a lot lighter than all of those. Other than that, hey, drink safely. Thank you for watching, subscribing, and liking. And with that said, the Brew Dude is out. Forgot to drink it, but hey, there you go. If you ever questioned that if I drink the beers, for the most part, I drink them all. Thank you.